Niall here for Possibly Awesome Tech. Today we're looking at the LeapFrog Epic. This is an Epic tablet for kids. Ages 3 to 9 is what they recommend. So let's take a look at what's in the box. So let's see here. An experience as big as their imagination. That's the tagline for it. And Epic stands for Explore, Play, Imagine, and Create. So let's see if it holds true. Let's take a look. It does have, it's hard to see on the box here, but it has Wi-Fi. It is quad-core Android tablet running OS Android 4.4. It's a 7-inch LCD display with 16 gigs of internal storage, and they say that you can expand it up to 32 with a micro SD card. So first off, you've got your instructions, how to turn it on and what the buttons are. Little protective pad there. And then you've got the tablet itself. This one is pink and comes in pink and green. So we have the pink one here. We'll just leave that. You've got a USB power charger for the wall, and then another USB charger for your computer, or another plug for that matter. And you've got the instructions there to set it all up. That's it. That's in the box. So the tablet itself, let's just take off the protective screen there, and we'll turn on, hit the power button. There we go. So it does make a startup sound, super annoying. There's no way to turn it off or turn it down. I'm just gonna try to cover it with my thumb, just so that, there you go. Woohoo. Lovely. Imagine if you have two kids and you're on a car trip and one of them's sleeping, and then the other one says, Daddy, I want to play with my tablet. You gotta turn it on. Oh, now the other kid's awake. Great. Good for you. Thanks LeapFrog. Anyway, so I already set this one up, but it takes a few minutes. There's a parental setup, allows you to set up multiple accounts for your children, depending on how many kids you've got. We'll go into the parental settings here. Just put in my code. Puts in a 4-digit PIN code like you'd have on an iPad or other device like that. So your controls for like the parental controls are pretty straightforward, relatively basic. It allows you to set up usage and time limits, when they can access it during the day. So maybe you only want it during the day or before bed, something like that. It's completely up to you. It's really good, really customizable. I'm really impressed as a parent myself, having all these controls. So you can add multiple children, put in their information there. It's pretty straightforward. So I'm not going to go into too much detail there. The one thing I will mention, just a couple things that I would have liked to have known before I purchased this. It's not like there's a ton of tablets out there for kids, so you don't have a lot to choose from. But with this particular device, they've put their own app store in it, and I'm not sure if they've gone out to developers and asked them specifically to feature their apps on this. However, one example that I was able to find, the game Doodle Jump, which is free on the iPad, and the most expensive version I've been able to find was about $2.50. $10 on this. And then most of the other games, we'll see here if I can find them. I don't have the Wi-Fi set up, I apologize. But most of the other games, when we were taking a look at this before, it's between $10, $15, $25 in order to purchase these apps. Some of them are made by LeapFrog, which is in line with the other discs and cartridges that they have for their other lines of products. But I mean, for regular games, $25 for a tablet game, in my opinion, is insane. So keep that in mind. This comes with, I believe, 20 apps, and we'll take a look at them. We're going to log into the child login here. But the 25 or 20 apps that come with it are pretty good. Your kid's going to be pretty busy with them for a while. Just don't tell them, don't tell them that you can get more apps, because you're going to regret it. If you think spending money on your iPhone or Android device is expensive for you, wait until your kids start demanding $25 games. So here we go. That's the main screen there, where you log into. It's a little town, which is pretty cool. Your kid can kind of do things if they touch the clock there. It's supposed to change the time of day and things like that. So there's quite a few games. This one my daughter really enjoys. It's called Pet Pad Patrol, Pet Pad Party, and you have a little penguin there. and you can see that the penguin can move around, and you're supposed to you know, take care of your pet, play games with it, groom the pet, give the pet treats and toys and food and bathes and baths and things like that. So quite a few games are like that. There's a number of them as well, and just like with any Android tablet, you know, you swipe up in order to get to the home screen, which we were already on. Yeah, and when you set this up originally, thank you. When you set it up originally, it asks you what age range your kid is, so it kind of gears the apps and the experience to, you know, preschool, so 3 to 4 years, or kindergarten 4 to 5 years, and then grade school after that. So there's a lot of useful applications, a lot of useful controls on this. You still can use, you know, a full internet browser for you. You can limit their access on their browser through the control center. You've got a calendar, you've got a camera, music as well, so good for car trips. You can put music on here, videos that they can watch and listen while you're on a road trip or waiting at the dentist, the doctor, things like that. Calendar is cool too. I mean, it kind of can start teaching them how to be responsible at a young age, and then keep them part of your family, you know, rituals and scheduling and things like that. So maybe you have hockey practice or tennis or swimming lessons, or, you know, you're going to go visit Nana for the weekend. So you can put it all in their calendar so that they can feel like they're part of your scheduling and have some fun with it there. So I mean, there's really a lot to do with the tablet. I think it's going to be a pretty hot gift this year for Christmas. If you've got a kid who's between the ages of 3 and 9, and you want them to have a tablet, but you don't want to spend $400 or $500 on an iPad, or even similar price for an Android tablet, this one comes in at under $200. It's $169 at Toys R Us Canadian to pick this up in either pink or green. And like I said, the parental controls are absolutely phenomenal. You can really limit it based on what you want your kids to be able to access. And like I said, time limits, time frame, you know, between certain hours, certain days, things like that. Really cool. It's really neat. And like I said, I mean, the biggest downside for me is just the price of additional apps. So if you can live with the apps that are on there, you're good to go. If you want to download new ones, just make sure that you've got a good limit on your credit card there, because you're going to need it. But other than that, you can find out more information about the LeapFrog on their website. I think it's leapfrog.com. You can check it out, find out more about the tablet, find out the specs. You know, I only briefly talked about what it has. You're looking at about 6 or 7 hours of battery life on it. So, you know, maybe get a car charger as well if you're going to be on a long trip. But there you go. That is the LeapFrog Epic tablet for kids. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon.